Ayo, Lions go, we are victorious. Ayo, Lions go, we are victorious. Let's go, guys. We are 2-0 since the last time I made a video. We are 3-1 and we've taken over the division. I want to get this off my chest, by the way. The reason why I did not make a video for the Falcons review game and the preview is because time was running fast because we were going to Detroit. We didn't get back from Detroit until Monday, and I still had to unpack. I wanted to just relax and stuff, so that is the reason why we did not do a preview or review. Sorry, I totally forgot to do a preview for the Packers game as well, but everything should be back to normal starting today. So this is the review for the Packers game. So let's go ahead and get into it. By the way, hopefully it might take me 1 or 2 more weeks to get this ready, but we have the Lions versus Falcons vlog coming out. I don't know how long it will take for me to get it up. Hopefully only a week or 2, but so look forward to that. But let's go ahead and get into the video. So I'm going to go over my studs and duds and talk about how big this W is for us. So some studs. I want to say we played our hearts out this game, man. We overcame the adversity. We overcame it. Brian Branch got hurt, had only like one leg or one ankle to work with. He absolutely balled out. He was an absolute stud. What a pick that was. Sam Laporta continues to show he was worth the number 34 overall pick and that he might be the best tight end in the class. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. Amon-Ra St. Brown, my boy, still showing out. Montgomery having a huge day. Montgomery looked like a pretty good pickup. Still wish, by the way, we'd use Gibbs, though, a little bit more. But Montgomery's been balling. I thought Cam Sutton had a nice game. I mean, like, man, it was great, man. It was great. Pressure was getting there again. Hutch had a couple sacks. Lee McNeil, shockingly, has been balling out to start the season. If you ask me, he's already got like 2.5 sacks on the season, which is that ties his career high. Prior to the season, he only had like 2.5 sacks in his career, and he's already has 2.5 sacks to start the season. So good for McNeil. I mean, man, oh man, this was just a great game, man. Goff, I thought, played really well after he threw the pick. After he threw the pick, he got into rhythm and played pretty well, I thought. I feel like I'm missing a guy. Josh Reynolds showed in there a little bit. I had like a couple grabs for like 70 yards. Josh Reynolds, man, needs to be resigned. I'm not saying do a long-year deal, but just like a 1 or 2 year for like 10 to 15 million, man. I would do that. I think he's worth the money, man. He's so consistent. By the way, we had some breaking news that I just didn't include in, I didn't make a video about it yesterday, but I'm going to include it in this. Jameson Williams has been re-indicted from his suspension so he can play next week at Carolina, or in Carolina. Let's go, man. Let's go. I don't know how much he will play against Carolina, but that is so huge. I mean, like, that was shocking. And I feel like the Lions had something up their sleeve that he was going to come back, because we've had a couple, 1 or 2, maybe 3 roster spots open for the past week now. And there he goes. Jameson Williams comes back. Man, oh man. Everything is going good right now. We have taken over the division. The Vikings and Bears I'm not concerned about at all right now until they start winning a game or 2. I'm not going to be concerned. Packers I'm not concerned about because the Packers are exactly what I thought they would be. We played them. I understand that it didn't have David Bakhtiari. I understand they didn't have Elton Jenkins. I don't care if their O-line was banged up. Jordan Love doesn't look like Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre. He looks okay. He doesn't look, I'm not saying he looks terrible or anything. He just doesn't look fantastic yet. And I understand this is basically his first year in the league, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But, Romeo Doubs, I do want to say for them, he's very underrated, man. Romeo Doubs is very underrated. That was the one good thing by the Packers. Was Romeo Doubs had like 8 or 9 receptions for 100 yards. He's not bad, dude. I think he's better than Christian Watson. I thought that last year. How they ended the year. Romeo Doubs was still better. So that's at least something good for the Packers. Romeo Doubs looks like he's pretty good. But back on track to the Lions, man. I would just want to say this as well. Our fans are incredible, dude. Our fan base is absolutely ridiculous. I thought once we lost to Seattle that the bandwagon was just gonna basically disappear just like that. Not completely, but for the most part, was just gonna disappear like that. Bandwagon, I don't know if I still don't think it's as many bandwagon fans as it was to start the season, but either we've retained them, we've got them back, which I don't like, but it's whatever. But the atmosphere at the end of the game was ridiculous. Like, in Lambeau Field, one of the toughest stadiums to play in, one of the least. When the Packers play in Lambeau Field, like 98% of the fans are Packer fans. It was like only 80% Packer fans to 20% Lions fans. That was one of the most fans, most opposing team fans that the Packers have had in their stadium in quite some time, man. Let's go Lions chants at the end of the game was like the whole... with 1/8 of the stadium was just, let's go Lions. Like, that's all it was, man, towards the 2-minute warning and to the end of the game. That's all it was, man. Great show by our fans. Absolute great show. But, yeah, man. I don't think there's any duds. I think you could maybe say Marvin Jones was a dud because he had a drop pass that should have been caught. With Jameson Williams also coming back, it doesn't look good for Marvin Jones. I still think he's definitely going to stay on the team because I think this will be his last year in the league and he'll retire as a Lion. But he's not, I don't see him doing much the rest of the year. So I think everybody's ahead of him besides Green. So St. Brown number 1, Williams number 2, Reynolds number 3, Khalif Raymond number 4, and then and then Marvin Jones number 5, and then Green number 6. That's how it is right now for me, or how I think the depth chart is. But hopefully he can still chip in and do something. But yeah, man, I don't know where to go from here. I do not know where to go from here. It's just a great performance all around. I still think we could use somebody big on either side of the ball. I would like maybe somebody big on the secondary, potentially. Because Brian Branch got hurt. Okay, he got hurt. C.J. Gardner-Johnson out for season. Brian Branch got hurt, probably going to be out a couple weeks. At the deadline, I would maybe go ahead and consider trading for a cornerback. I like Cam Sutton. I think he can be a great number 2, potentially a solid number 1. We'll be getting Mosley back. I think Mosley's going to be huge once we get it back. But we still don't have that. Oh, yes, we still don't have that mega superstar in the secondary since Gardner-Johnson went down. I think Brian Branch will become that. He looks absolutely phenomenal. But this is his rookie year, so can't say anything yet, and he's going to be out a couple more weeks. So if we can get a megastar in the secondary, I'm trying to think of somebody. Maybe like Chidobe Awuzie, somebody like that, I think would be pretty cool. Would be pretty nice. He would add so much to our secondary. Some people are still saying we need pass rush help. I could still kind of agree with that, but I don't think it's as bad as what we think it is. Charles Harris, he doesn't look like that pass rush guy like Hutch or Houston, where he's so fast getting off the line of scrimmage. He's like a Romeo Okwara in terms of like how his speed is at getting off the line of scrimmage. He doesn't have that burst in him like Hutch or Houston has, but he can still get to the quarterback. Hutch looks like an absolute dog. He's going to be our pass rusher of the future. I can already tell 100%. He's going to be like a Nick Bosa probably in a couple years. He's going to be great. Our defensive, interior defensive linemen have also been getting a lot of sacks. I think at least 5 or 6 of our sacks this season have come from our interior men, which is kind of a lot through 4 games. Because McNeil has a couple. Benito Jones has 1. Buggs has 1. I feel like I'm missing another guy. But, I mean, our interior D-line has been phenomenal. We're top 10 in terms of stopping the run in our interior. Our interior has been shockingly phenomenal to start the season. They're getting pressure. They're stopping the run phenomenally. Our edges, they're doing solid right now. I think they're like top 15 in terms of pressure rates. So I don't know, man, but we look dominant right now. We look dominant. We're just gonna continue to get better since Jameson Williams is coming back. Again, I don't know how much he's gonna play against Carolina, but after Carolina, he'll probably be back to playing around 80% of the snaps at least. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to wrap this thing up. Let's continue to get this win streak going. Hopefully the Bears and Vikings lose today. This is because this is recording on a Sunday, so hopefully they lose. That would be absolutely phenomenal. We take over the division and every one of our teams in our division lose. That would be absolutely phenomenal. But we'll see how that plans out. Let's go Lions. Keep this thing going. And I will see you guys in the next one. One Pride, go Lions.